Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into something, well, pretty intense. We're breaking down a playbook that looks at seduction not as some fuzzy, romantic thing, but as a cold, hard game of strategy, power, and psychology. So yeah, let's jump right in.
So, the whole thing kicks off with this really provocative question. The idea here is that something fundamental has shifted in the way we date, and it's left a lot of guys at a serious disadvantage, often without them even knowing it.
And here's the argument. The old school approach, mystery, a little bit of control, that's been replaced by this modern tendency to overshare, to apologize for everything. The source doesn't pull any punches, calling this new approach submission disguised as romance. Ouch.
All right, so let's explore this core problem, the modern man's dilemma, a crisis of perception. The world this playbook describes is one where men are constantly chasing approval, always trying to prove they're worthy, instead of just commanding fascination by who they are.
Okay, check out this quote. It really sums it all up, doesn't it? It's basically saying romance isn't a confession booth. It's a strategic arena. And knowing the lay of the land, the emotional battlefield, is way more powerful than just blurting out how you feel.
Now, it's really important to get this straight. The idea here isn't to be cruel or manipulative for the sake of it. It's about being aware. It's about understanding that these little psychological games, these power dynamics, are happening all the time, whether we like it or not. If you don't know the rules, you're just a pawn.
Okay, so next up, the Machiavellian blueprint, seduction as statecraft. To figure out how to win in this emotional battlefield, the playbook reaches way back in time to a pretty infamous strategist, Niccolo Machiavelli. Yeah, that Machiavelli. And it takes his hardcore political strategies and applies them straight to seduction.
And this brings us to a huge idea. Perception is power. The thinking here is that just telling the truth, raw and unfiltered, can actually backfire. It's self-defeating if you don't have a strategy. It's not about lying. It's about realizing that how people see you is everything. So the goal becomes controlling that perception, every step of the way.
So, what does that look like in the real world? Well, on one hand, you've got the average guy. He thinks spilling his guts and being a completely open book is the way to go. But the strategic man, he plays it differently. He gives you just enough to feel close, but he always holds something back. That mystery, that's what builds the real attraction.
All right, moving on to the seductive OODA loop, the architecture of influence. So all these ideas, perception, strategy, mystery, they all come together in a core system. And it's a system borrowed directly from the military. It's called the OODA loop. So get this, the OODA loop was originally invented for fighter pilots so they could win dogfights. Seriously. And this playbook just lifts it and drops it right into social dynamics. It's a four-step cycle. You observe what's going on, you orient yourself to the situation, you decide on a move, and then you act. And the key is to do it over and over, faster and faster each time.
And it all boils down to this. That's the whole game right there. It's not about being stronger or louder, it's about being faster, mentally faster. It's about figuring out what someone is feeling before they even do. And when you can do that, you're in control.
Because if you keep running that cycle, observe, orient, decide, act, faster than the other person can, you essentially get inside their head. You get them to a place where they're not even thinking for themselves anymore. They're just reacting to your moves. It's pretty wild.
So, next up, tools of silent influence, the OODA loop in action. Okay, so this all sounds very theoretical, right? How does it actually work? Well, the text lays out a few key tactics, or as it calls them, weapons, to make it happen.
First tactic, predatory stillness. Yeah, you heard that right, predatory. This is all about the strategic use of silence. And we're not talking about that awkward silence when no one knows what to say. No, this is a controlled, powerful, almost weaponized silence.
So instead of babbling on to prove how great you are, you just stay quiet. And what happens? It creates this void. And people feel this incredible urge to fill that void. They'll start talking, revealing things. You basically become a mirror for what they want to see, all while you're just gathering information. This is the observe phase of the OODA loop, pure and simple.
This quote just nails it. The less you say, the more they reveal about their hopes, their fears, their insecurities. They're basically just handing you the keys to their entire inner world.
Okay, tactic number 2 is called read the shadow. This is all about looking past the face people show the world and seeing what's really going on underneath. It's about finding their shadow, all the hidden, messy, insecure parts that they try to pretend aren't there. So you're looking for the cracks, the little slip-ups. When do they get defensive? When do they overreact? Those are the clues. And once you spot those hidden wounds, you're in the orient phase of the loop. You're building a map of their mind. And the goal here is crucial. You're not supposed to attack these weaknesses. You just have to know they exist.
And the final tactic we're going to cover is, well, it's empathy. But hold on, this is not the kind of empathy you're thinking of. It's not about being nice. In this playbook, empathy is a tool. It's a form of psychological infiltration.
They actually call it strategic empathy, and it's described as an invasive skill. Think about that. It means you get so good at reading someone that you can literally feel what they're about to feel before they do. And if you can do that, you're not just reacting to them, you're guiding them.
So again, this isn't about sympathy. It's about using their emotions as intelligence. It's the fuel for the entire OODA loop. It lets you predict what's coming next and act in perfect rhythm with how they feel. It's predictive.
So you take all these tactics, the stillness, reading the shadow, the strategic empathy, and they all boil down to one core idea: blending in. The principle is almost chilling. It says you have to enter someone's world silently. Don't make a splash. You blend in like a predator, and only then do you start to influence things.
And this is the final thought the source material leaves us with. I mean, wow. It's a pretty stark way to end things, right? A clear reminder that under all the smooth talk and charm, this philosophy sees seduction as a high-stakes battle.
So, at the end of the day, you're left with this really provocative and, let's be honest, morally gray way of looking at human connection. It really makes you wonder, where do you draw the line between genuinely understanding someone and just straight up manipulating them? That's something for you to think about.